Welcome to The Explainer. Forget everything you thought you knew about April 1865. We're dropping straight into a true crime thriller that literally altered American history. So, what if Lincoln's death wasn't just a lone tragedy, but a coordinated strike to decapitate the U.S. government? It is time to shatter that lone wolf myth once and for all. Section 1. The Mastermind and His Plot. John Wilkes Booth. He wasn't some pawn for a shadow organization, you know? He was this highly intelligent, fiercely independent actor who masterminded the whole conspiracy himself. And get this, Booth really upped the ante. He targeted the top 3 U.S. officials simultaneously: Lincoln, Secretary of State Seward, and Vice President Johnson. Section 2. Inside Ford's Theater. 80. That's how many death threats Lincoln got that week alone. Yet his private bodyguard actually abandoned his post to grab a drink at a saloon. Unbelievable. Booth had some deadly advantages here. As America's most famous actor, he had unlimited theater access. Plus, he knew the play inside and out, so he knew exactly when a massive comedic laugh would cover the gunshot. Waiting for that big laugh, he slips into the box. He fires a tiny derringer right behind Lincoln's left ear, slashes Major Rathbone's arm to the bone, and just vaults right over the railing. He lands hard, breaking his leg. Still, he brandishes a bloody dagger, shouts, "Sic semper tyrannis!" death to tyrants, and limps right off into the wings. Section 3. The Simultaneous Attacks. At that exact same moment, Lewis Payne breaks into Seward's home, stabs him repeatedly, and runs into the street yelling, "I'm mad." But Atzerodt, he totally loses his nerve, throws away his knife, and hits a saloon on a binge instead of attacking the VP. Section 4. The Escape and Manhunt. Booth scrambles to a horse and escapes to Virginia. Meanwhile, President Lincoln is laid diagonally on a boarding house bed, literally because he was just too tall for it, and takes his final breath at 7:22 a.m. Secretary of War Stanton said it best: now he belongs to the ages. The Lincoln legend was born, and it kicked off a massive, massive manhunt. But for Booth, the thrill faded fast. Hampered by that broken leg, a raging fever, and awful weather, further travel became absolutely impossible. It ended in a fiery standoff. Surrounded in a Virginia tobacco barn, troops set it ablaze to flush him out. Booth was fatally shot in the neck by a soldier who had actually survived a Confederate prison camp. In sheer agony, his last words were pretty pathetic. "Useless, useless." It's a stark contrast to his theatrical grandstanding earlier, right? Section 5. Justice and the Aftermath. Retribution was absolute. The accomplices were mass hanged in D.C., including Mary Surratt, the boarding house keeper whose guilt is actually still debated by historians today. And thus ended the only proven conspiracy in the history of American presidential assassinations. It leaves us with this chilling thought: when a seemingly solitary act of violence is actually a meticulously planned conspiracy, how safe is the foundation of any government? Thanks for joining this explainer, and we'll catch you next time.